Snamanda, 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 Snamanda.
Good morning. For all you sports fans out there, are you getting enough hockey, baseball, basketball, soccer, and football? I mean, I think fall is like the only season of the year where a sports fanatic can actually take advantage of the 2x2 viewing on their TV screen to watch at least 4 of their favorite sports. And I'm excited because my favorite team won a game in the World Series. And the Sacramento Kings won their home opener on Friday, and I got to see the beam lit for the first time this season. So hopefully for the Kings, there's many more. But on Friday, at least the Kings won. So for opening meditation, I wanted to ask you all, how many of you ever had a chance to participate in the Oshta's monthly Zoom discussion, Sangha Without Borders? Yeah, a few of you, great. The discussions offer a detailed kind of glimpse behind the scenes of reflections that the Oshtas has shared in the State Assembly between 2016 and 2020. They served 2 terms. In fact, they currently are the California State Assembly chaplains today. In the Oshta's October 16th Sangha Without Borders session, Reverend Bob shared that the 2 I's are his personal meditation mantra. The 2 I's, of course, are impermanence and interdependence. He said that when he does his deep breathing meditation, he says on his inhalation, he thinks all things are impermanent. On his exhalation, his thoughts are all things are one. All things are impermanent, all things are one. As he is breathing, he thinks, is there something I can think of that is not impermanent? Is there something that can exist on its own in a bubble, all by itself? And he encouraged the participants to try this technique of breathing. So I thought for today's opening meditation, we'll try this breathing on your own, in silent meditation. Please join me in Gasho with palms pressed together. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths together in quiet meditation. Inhale, all things are impermanent. Exhale, all things are one. Inhale, all things are impermanent. Exhale, all things are one. Inhale, all things are impermanent. Exhale, all things are one. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Our first gatha will be Namo Amida Butsu, which can be found on page 137, or it would also be displayed on the monitors. Please stand if you are able.
Smiles and flowers adorn our way.
Please remain standing for the three treasures led by Sensei Keith.
Three treasures. Fortunate is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Rare is it to encounter the teachings of the Buddha. Now we hear it. If we do not seek the truth of the Dharma in this life, in what life shall we find it? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken within us our highest aspiration. I take refuge in Dharma.
May we all together
be submerged in the depth of the Dharma and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord, in a life of harmony, in a spirit of universal brotherhood, free from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriad of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful teaching. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu.
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 Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu.
Please be seated. Next, please join us in the chanting of Jusei Ge on page 23 of the service book and also displayed on the monitors.
調整が一島浄土志願不満足政府上昇学がお無量国不意大世主不採小便具政府上昇学が市場仏の妙正長実法空教未証門政府上昇学利欲人少年上映主凡行シグム浄土一生天人師人力現代公不正無才道少女三苦名交際主役難回避知恵言滅死根門案閉塞小悪道津達前宗門高僧上満足異様老実法日月修十期天根本 集中説法四式供養一切仏具足修徳本元年失如満徳意三害を女仏無下知津達未不詳願学営力投資最小尊志願脈国家大仙の官能国書天人東内妙慶ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブ願義宿読平等性一切同本菩大心往生安楽ナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダブツナマンダ。
Please rise, if you are able, for the reading of Deep Mind, which will be displayed on the monitors. And this will be followed by our monthly Q&R Dhamma talk by Reverend Yuki.
Two aspects of deep mind. Deep mind means deeply entrusting. It has two important parts. Deep awareness of the self. We believe deeply and clearly that we are ordinary beings who make mistakes and are caught in the endless cycle of birth and death. We have been wandering for countless ages with no way to free ourselves. Deep trust in the Dharma. We believe deeply and clearly that Amida Buddha made 48 great vows to help everyone. By entrusting ourselves, letting of doubts and relying on the Buddha's power, we can be born in the Pure Land. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda. Okay, please be seated. And can I have my screen? Thank you. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's service. And I think it's probably one of the most wet October I experienced in Sacramento. Oh, I was in Portland, Oregon for 6 years, so, Portland it's much more wet. But yeah, I feel like today's weather reminds me of the Portland. And as many of you can imagine, I'm a little sad that the Seattle Mariners lost. And, it was so close being their very first World Series. But for now, they still hold the distinction of being the only team in Major League Baseball who has never made it to the World Series. And this actually reminded me of something from Japan. There is a prefecture called Tottori, and Tottori Prefecture used to be the only prefecture without Starbucks. And they even turned it into an advertising slogan saying like, we are the only prefecture in Japan who doesn't have Starbucks. But about 10 years ago, their first Starbucks finally opened, so they cannot use the advertisement anymore. So in the same way, even though it's not exactly a title to be proud of, Seattle can still claim the only team that's never gone to World Series. And hopefully someday soon, they'll be able to let go of the, unfortunate or, it's not a really good title. So anyway, today is the last Sunday of the month, so question and response. And I am planning to respond to a question. Can humans obtain enlightenment during their lifetime? And I thought this is an interesting and good question. So let me try to respond to this question today. So first of all, what do we mean by enlightenment in Buddhism? Right? That's a really key question here. But before I get into that, let me start by answering this question directly. And then answer is, yes, it's possible. Yes, it's possible. And the best example of that is the Shakyamuni Buddha himself. He was a human being, just like you and me. But through years of rigorous practices and deep insight, Shakyamuni Buddha, or Prince Siddhartha, awakened to the truth and became Shakyamuni Buddha. So we can say that human beings can attain enlightenment. But in a sense, this question is kind of like asking, can my child play in Major League Baseball, NBA, or NFL, right? If they have the talent, maybe, right? But it's not just about natural ability. They also need something even more important, the kind of determination that keeps them training day after day, no matter what, in the rain, sunny, doesn't matter. So take Ichiro, for example. When he was in elementary school, he had already decided to become a professional baseball player. So after school, while his friends were out playing, he spent every day practicing baseball. So that kind of focus, discipline, and lifelong commitment, that's what it takes to become a true professional. So coming back to our topic, if someone has the capacity and the determination, then yes, it is possible to attain enlightenment in this very lifetime. Then, what is enlightenment actually about? So traditionally, the Buddha's awakening has been explained through what's called 12 link of dependent origination. And I will not go into too much of the detail here, you can easily find what 12 link of the dependent origination are in, if you Google it. So, you can study online. So I will not talk about this in detail. But because of ignorance, we act in body, speech, and mind. These actions create attachment, and attachment gives rise to suffering because life doesn't always go the way we want it to. So this is the basic idea of the 12 link. And if we reverse the process, when ignorance is eliminated, attachment and suffering also disappear. And when suffering disappears, one is released from samsara, meaning the endless cycle of birth and death. That's what Buddhism calls liberation, or moksha, and it could be also considered as nirvana. So in short, enlightenment means becoming a being who no longer resolves in the cycle of birth and death. And in the process of realizing that, one comes to truly understand the law of dependent origination, that all things arise and pass away through causes and conditions. But then comes the big question. How do we actually reach this enlightenment? How can we reach the enlightenment? So in traditional Buddhism, practitioners would first observe the precepts, purify body and mind, calm the heart through meditation, and through that stillness, gain the wisdom to see things as they are. Then, that's easy to say. But as all we know, it's not easy to do. There's a saying, easier said than done, right? And it's really true. So as some of you know, I practice Chinese martial arts named Yin Jiao Fan Zi Chuan, or Eagle Claw Fist. And here's a performance by my teacher's teacher, Master Benson Lee, from his younger days. I hope you can watch it. It's moving, right? Okay. No sound, though. So everybody who practices Eagle Claw dreams of moving like him. He's amazing. He's really amazing. I know this form too. So I can perform this form, but I cannot perform like him, right? The one kick you saw in the beginning is called twin kick. You have to jump and then throw the leg and slap it. That's the most difficult kick in our tradition. So this was the form called a great hero form, and he does it really, really well. And intellectually, I know that I need to relax and not use too much force into the punches and kicks. But in reality, easier said than done, right? It takes years and years before the body truly understands what the mind thinks it knows. And this reminds me of Bodhisattva Vasubandhu. So can I have my slide up again? Vasubandhu, whose image we can see hanging in our temple's Onaijin, one altar area. Can you tell which one? No? Bodhisattva Vasubandhu. Yeah, I see some people saying that way. That's correct. That's correct. So far left from you, you see 7 people on the scroll, right? 2 top one, they are from India, named Bodhisattva Nagarjuna and Bodhisattva Vasubandhu. And this is Bodhisattva Vasubandhu. And he was a brilliant scholar. No one could win a debate against him. And he was said to have written 1,000 treatises. So his intellect was absolutely remarkable, right? But his direct disciples left behind an interesting comment about Vasubandhu. So Vasubandhu was a bodhisattva on the ordinary stage, but he was a person of great intellect. In other words, while his mind was sharp, his spiritual realization hadn't yet gone beyond the stage of the ordinary being. So he could understand everything logically and express it beautifully, but perhaps the deeper meditation or realization, the part that transforms one's whole beings, did not come easily, even for Bodhisattva Vasubandhu. And that's why I find it so moving that Vasubandhu wrote the treatise on the Pure Land, expressing his wish to be born in Amida Buddha's land of bliss. So, you know, the word Bonbu means ordinary beings, refers to people like me, people full of afflictions, who get upset or frustrated when, you know, your favorite team loses, right? For being like us, Vasubandhu revealed a path we can actually walk. That is the path of Amida Buddha's primal vow, which he described with these words. When one encounters the power of the primal vow, no one passes by in vain. So we may not attain enlightenment in this very life, but when this life comes to an end, through Amida's working, we are born into the Pure Land, the realm of enlightenment. And there we attain the supreme awakening of Buddhahood. So as I said at the beginning, the answer to the question, can we attain enlightenment in this life? The answer is yes, but it depends greatly on one's capacity and conditions. For people like me, who are ordinary beings, it may not be possible in this lifetime, but through the power or working of Amida Buddha, we are guided to be born in the realm of enlightenment, where we awaken to the same enlightenment as the Buddha. So this is the path revealed by Shakyamuni Buddha in the 3 Pure Land Sutras, and it is the path the 7 Pure Land Masters and Shinran Shonin walked. So this is the path that opens the way even for ordinary people like me. So this is what is really important in Joro Shinshu tradition. So question to the answer, yes, we can, but we have to see our conditions, qualities, and because we are ordinary beings full of afflictions, through the power of Amida Buddha, we are able to attain enlightenment in the realm of enlightenment itself. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to answer the question. And if you have any questions, there's a box. You can write the question and put it in, or there's online, to submit the question too. So either way works. And, any question is okay, which years Seattle Mariners you like, or, that kind of question is okay too. But anyway, so thank you very much. And please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu.
Thank you, Sensei. We know who your favorite baseball player is. No worries there. We're listening. Also, Reverend Yuki is, a model of determination and practice. I mean, we come here Sunday service. He shares the Jodo Shinshu teachings with us. But he also puts in determination and practice in his guitar playing, as well as his kung fu mastery. And for those of you who don't follow him on Instagram, you should, because you can see his practices and performances of his kung fu techniques and how much effort he puts in practicing his guitar. And you can follow along and watch him. It's quite impressive, Sensei. So thank you for sharing your passions with us. Closing Gatha will be Ondok-san 2, found on page 153 of the service book or on the monitors. Please stand if you're able. Please remain standing. For closing meditation, we will recite our opening meditation. Let's practice 3 deep cleansing breaths. And together in quiet meditation, inhale, all things are impermanent. Exhale, all things are one. Inhale, all things are impermanent. Exhale, all things are one. Inhale, all things are impermanent. Exhale, all things are one. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. You may be seated. First, I wanted to thank any special guests who attended today. If you are new, first-time visitors, when you exit the Hondo, please introduce yourself and speak to our ministerial team, and feel free to ask questions about what you participated in today in our service. Are there any announcements, Sensei?
So today is the 4th Sunday of the month, and recently I received an inquiry regarding the Buddhist name presentation ceremony called Kieshiki. So I want to talk about what is Buddhist name and how can we receive it. That's gonna be the topic for today's Dharma exchange. So we will see you in classroom 2 and 4. And those who haven't come to a Dharma exchange before, it's really informal. You can have donut and coffee, and it's not really a lecture, but it's like a dialogue and a conversation. So you are all welcome to come to the Dharma exchange. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Sensei.
Good morning, everyone. This morning, Sensei mentioned Bombu, ordinary beings. We have a very special treat on December the 6th, which is a Saturday. a group called Bombu Stories. Hopefully you guys are familiar with this young adult musical group. They wrote and performed Lantern Song, which is one of our songs that we played at our Obon season, and many temples all throughout the BCA have been playing this beautiful song. So we were fortunate enough to be able to get them to come over to Sacramento. They're from the Bay Area, Los Angeles, and even one back east, but we're able to bring them all together and perform at Sacramento. And we're going to invite some other performers as well. Again, Sensei, we always rope Sensei in. He doesn't even know half the time that we volunteer him for this stuff, but we're going to ask Sensei to perform that day as well. So it's kind of a wonderful showcase event. Tickets are only $10, and that's just to help support their travel costs to get them here and to support their group as well. So I hope we see all of you. It'll be 4 p.m. We're going to probably do it right in this room right here, and it's really, really fun. So we hope to see all of you on December the 6th.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Luna, and this is my Girl Scout, and I'm a Girl Scout Junior from Troop 56944. Us Girl Scouts love Halloween candy. Yum! But this week, we're collecting something even better, tissues for our local senior group. If you have small packs of Kleenex, please drop them in the donation box by the church office before December 20th. Thank you for helping Girl Scout Troops 56944 and 56936.
I have one more announcement. I'm putting my Toastmasters hat on. So I have to watch my ums, my so's, my but. So I just did it. Have you ever been curious about Toastmasters, but hesitant to come to a meeting and wondering what we do in a Toastmasters meeting? Did you know we actually have a Toastmasters club here at the church called Kaizen Toastmasters? We meet right after service in the little hondo. Starts at 10:30. Anybody is welcome, all adults 18 and over. We are having an open house on Sunday, November 16th. And when I mean open house, we're inviting anyone interested in Toastmasters to come as a guest. You can watch how a meeting is conducted. We're very conscientious of your time coming to a meeting on a Sunday. It's 45 minutes. We start at 10:30, we end at 11:15. For parents who are waiting for their children during Dharma school, this is a great opportunity to practice some of your speaking skills. So we encourage you all to attend our open house November 16th in the Little Hondo. Check us out and think about being part of our Toastmasters group. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna put my chairperson's hat back on. Are there any other announcements? If not, you're all welcome to Oshoko, and please do consider joining the Dharma Exchange right after service. Thank you.